It's time now for the Bear Chill 11 o'clock news, and it's Tuesday night, July 14th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I hear 11 o'clock news, and I'm 0 and our top 11 o'clock here on this late Tuesday night. Here is the historic agreement on Iran's nuclear program announced Tuesday. Virtually guarantees that the 2016 election will be fought over conflicting views of the outgoing president's records. Depends on the willingness of future U.S. The world is getting its first look on Tuesday in the elaborate mile-long 300-foot deep tunnel which Mexican drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman escaped as Supermax Altavana prison over the weekend. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft got humanity first up-close look at Pluto on Tuesday, sending word that the drive across 3 billion miles. In Cincinnati, Pete Rose came home for the All-Star game and made a rare on-field appearance in the place where he was still treated like a king. In Centennial, Colorado, a photographer of a 6-year-old girl smiling and waving at the camera flashed on the screen and the court went in. The sound of screams and gunshots filled the air. As Science issued last words for Colorado's shooting trial. The Iran agreement released Tuesday will be parsed and prayers for the months. Can expected mechanisms will work, and how will Iran reduce its enriched uranium stockpile? Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi's Westgate Mall reopened on Saturday, nearly 2 years after it was attacked by Somalist Islam extremist rebels who killed at least 600 people, Kenyan officials said Tuesday. France has paid tribute to the elite armed units which intervened to end sieges after January's deadly attacks by Islamic militants showcasing the security forces for the first time in its annual Bastille Day parade. Now President Obama's proposed fixes are new, but what is striking is the extent to which criminal justice performance is gaining momentum across the country and across party lines. Washington, 2 months after discovering that sensitive personal information on 21.5 million Americans was compromised an act of government database, none of those who were affected has been officially notified, government officials said on Tuesday. Washington, 2 weeks after the Supreme Court narrowly approved a controversial form of lethal injection, and the justices gave the green light for executions of resumed Tuesday night in Missouri. Chatham, Massachusetts, a great white shark as it is, got stranded on the beach in Massachusetts as Cape Cod Peninsula is swimming free thanks to the beach crews who kept it wet until rescuers arrived. Honda's U.S. Finance individual paid $25 million to resolve an allegation of company overcharged minority buyers with higher interest rates on vehicle loans, federal officials said on Tuesday. Bluebell Creamery's LP secured an investment from Texas billionaire Sid Bass, a lifeline from one of the country's most prominent investors, and amid a sweeping recall that the ice cream maker had warned shareholders could destroy it. Tokyo, Asian stocks extended early gains on Wednesday after a raft of upbeat Chinese data registered anxious investors after the stock market there had been heightened worries of a potentially damaging blow to the world's second largest economy. Beijing, China's economy grew at 7% in the second quarter, steady with a previous quarter and slightly better than analysts forecast further. Stimulus is still expected after the quarter end with a stock market crash. Sea levels could rise up by 20 feet in areas around the globe, regardless of what humans do to alleviate the problem, the new study suggests. 2 studies published Tuesday lend support to conventional new cholesterol guidelines that could vastly increase the number of Americans that advise to take cholesterol. Lauren Drake's called sentence. It looks like as if the Alzheimer's disease may already be working in the brain, even though it will take years before the actual symptoms start appearing. Take a look at New England literature at 11:04 here. Okay, take a look at New England literature here. In Boston, Shots fired at officers 2 injured, 2 guns on the ground. Ballistics as well on 9 a.m. Street. A Holyoke police canine has been stabbed in his route to the Springfield Animal Hospital, Springfield. Setting up roadblocks for the incoming cruiser. Lawrence, Massachusetts, a double shooting at 187 Lawrence Street. Both persons are deceased on the scene and investigations underway. Peter Channel News Time, 11:05 here on this late Tuesday night here, and it is time now for a travel report here on this late Tuesday night here. 95 of the southbound side is sold from Route 123 in Alabama all the way out to Pawtucket. That's because due to some road work and the wet weather right now here. 130 on the eastbound side, a little slower in Jamestown just before the Newport Bridge in the eastbound side of Route 138. 146 on the southbound side, so around the Lincoln Woods area and Lincoln Rhode Island there. 295 on the northbound side, it is slow around Route 146 in Lincoln Rhode Island there. Route 195 on the eastbound side, slow from 248 in Fairhaven all the way up to the Metapoiset here. 140 on the northbound side, slow after Route 195 in New Bedford here. Bourne and Southbound Bridge is all looking good here. Route 28 on the northbound side, a little slow before the Bourne Rotary here. 128 on the southbound side, so from Great Plains Avenue all the way out to Route 109 in Westwood. 128 on the northbound side, so before Highland Avenue in Needham here. Mass Packing on the westbound side, it is slow from Weston to Natick here. 128 on the northbound side, so from Reddit all the way out to Linfield here. 93 on the northbound side, it is slow after Route 125 in Andover here. 495 on the northbound side, it is slow from 233 to Methuen all the way up in the Haverhill here. Interchange with 495 in the Mass Pike in Westboro are a little slow. 298 east and westbound side around Route 122A a little slow here. Up in New Hampshire here. 3 and 93 are looking good. Around the Granite State, except 93 in the northbound side and Hooksett, that's a little slow here. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 101 in Northampton, New Hampshire. 101 on the westbound side, interchange from the Route 95 on the southbound side, it's a little slow here. Up in the main traffic on Route 1 on the southbound side, get it. Accident in Kittery, so expect a few delays here. But otherwise, main trip is looking good from Kittery to the Gus there, and Spalding traffic is a little slow after Route 95 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire here. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here. Subway system is looking good. On the Conveyor Rail, Fitchburg Line, train 429, 8:45 p.m. from North Station late about 20 minutes. Today due to signal problems. And subways and the ferries are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, load 7 p.m. on this late Tuesday night here, and it's down now for a weather report. Our current condition at North Massachusetts, 11:08 p.m. on this Tuesday, July the 14th. 74 degrees, that's what overcast skies. Humidity 88%, wind speed is calm. Barometer 62 inches, 2 for about 70 degrees. Visibility of 10 miles an hour here. Current conditions, rain in the region here. It's a sticky night and tap tonight. And the new overnight hours here, it's now downright sticky here. 73 degrees out temperature right now in Boston, it's 70 in Beverly, 69 in Gloucester, 76 in Lawrence, 75 in Bedford, 74 in Fitchburg, 73 in Worcester, 72 in Sturbridge and in Milford, 73 in Norwood, it's 74 in Taunton, 73 in Bedford, it's 72 in Plymouth, 70 in Provincetown, 72 in Falmouth, 63 in Chatham, 72 in Cape Cod Bay, 71 in Martha's Vineyard, 72 in Providence and Warwick, it's 73 in Wesley and Block Island, 74 in Talk, 76 in Islip, 76 in New York City, 75 in Bridgeport and New Haven, and 73 in Danbury, Waterbury, 74 in Meriden, 73 in Hartford and Winslow and Springfield, and Greenfield, Massachusetts, 73 in Northampton, 69 in Pittsfield, 77 in Albany, New York, 71 in Colorado Springs, 70 in Rutland, Vermont, 72 in Bainton, 67 in Brattleboro, Vermont, 68 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 70 in Lockhart, New Hampshire, 71 in Concord, New Hampshire, 72 in Keene, New Hampshire, 69 in Jefferson, New Hampshire, 72 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 75 in Ashton, New Hampshire, 75 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 68 degrees up in Portland, Maine. Here. Okay, let's take a look at surface map around the country. Shows a cold front from the four-quarter region down from western Texas, stationary front around Oklahoma, marginal cold front from eastern Oklahoma down for southern Missouri, and a stationary front around the Ohio River Valley and around a cold front around the Virginias and out to sea. Here, with a low pressure and warm front way off the Virginia coastline. Here, you've got low pressure centered in the Ohio Valley, Missouri, and western Texas Panhandle. Here, and northern Baja California, and a frontal from north central and central portions of California, and a frontal from southwestern Nevada down for southeastern California, and a frontal down for the Gulf of California, a frontal boundary, and another frontal boundary around central Mexico here. And we got high pressure centers in central Wyoming, northern Great Lakes, eastern Quebec, and Gulf of Mexico here. 70 degrees out in Detroit, 67 in Pittsburgh, 84 in Washington, D.C., 85 in Atlanta, 80 in Miami, Florida, 84 in Brownsville, Texas, 93 in Dallas, Texas, 89 in Kansas City, 83 in Omaha, Nebraska, 67 in Chicago, 70 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 70 in Great Falls, Montana, 80 in Seattle, 62 in San Francisco, 70 in Los Angeles. It's 101 degrees in Las Vegas, 105 in Phoenix, 89 in Salt Lake City, Utah, 67 in Denver, and 79 degrees out in Albuquerque, Mexico. Here. All right, let's take a look at the radar situation here on this Tuesday night here, and it shows. Take a look at region here. We have two bands of heavy rain showers, one in northeastern Connecticut around Putnam and down for southern Worcester County, and another one is stretch of around Attleboro, around Norton, Mansfield, around Franklin, Medfield here, and a little line of rain showers from southwestern Cape County around Falmouth, and stretch between Martha's Vineyard and northern Nantucket here, north of Nantucket, and a line of rain showers and storms off the southern Maine coast here, and a line of rain showers eastern Concord, New Hampshire here, and some spotty rain showers around Hudson and Leominster and Harvard, Massachusetts here. Tracking these two bands of heavy showers here. They're now around the area of 95 and 295 in Attleboro, and it's going to be in Norton, Mansfield, Easton, sharing the next couple of minutes here. So expect some heavy rain out of this cell here. And another cell around Webster and Oxford, Massachusetts. That's going to be stretching through Sutton, Northbridge, North Grafton, and Milford in the next couple of minutes here. And you look at radar situation around the country and show some spotty rain showers in the eastern and west central portions of Maine, some spotty rain showers on the eastern and southeastern portion of New Hampshire, and a line of rain showers and storms from eastern portion of Quebec, stretching up and upstate New York, and a line of rain showers in central New York, down for Pennsylvania, down for West Virginia, down for West Virginia, and stretching around northwestern and North Carolina, down for northeastern Tennessee, down for southwestern portions of Kentucky, down for southeastern portions of Missouri here, and a line of rain showers off the Virginia, North Carolina coastline, and a line of showers and storms from west central South Carolina, down for north central Georgia, and then down for east central portions of Mississippi here. And some clusters of showers and thunderstorms from the north central Mexico up to the Four Quarter region, and stretching down in western Kansas, down for western Nebraska, and stretching around Wyoming, western Montana, and around Idaho, down for eastern Oregon, and up in the northern Nevada here. And some spotty rain showers in central and southeastern portions of British Columbia, and a line of rain showers and storms from southern Alberta, down for southern Saskatchewan, down for Manitoba, and down for north central and central portions of Minnesota, down for southwestern portions of Ontario, and a line of rain showers in central portions of Canada here, around Saskatchewan here. Alright, looking at satellite look here on this Tuesday night here. And a line of clouds stretching from east central Quebec, stretching in for eastern Ontario, up to New York State, down for Pennsylvania, down for the West Virginia, and down for the much of the southern country from Kentucky, down for Tennessee, and down for the southeastern portion of the country and the northern Florida area. And a line of clouds up from northern Minnesota, stretching up western Ontario, stretching up to Manitoba, Saskatchewan, southern Alberta, and coming to much of British Columbia, and a line of clouds coming to much of from the western Mexico, up in the Four Quarter region, and out for western Kansas, Nebraska, down for the Dakotas, and stretching out for eastern and western portions of Montana, down for Wyoming, and a line of clouds around Idaho, down for southeastern Washington State, and eastern Oregon, and the northern and west central portions of Nevada here. Alright, let's take a look at forecast. Take a look at the tropics here. Okay, the latest on post-tropical cyclone Claudette. 43.8 to the north, 57.8 to the west. Back to sustained winds 45 miles an hour. Move it northeast around 21 miles an hour here. And cloud that down post-tropical cyclone. This is the last advisory here. There are no coastal watches warnings in effect at 11 p.m. Atlantic time 300 UTC. The center post-tropical cyclone Claudette is located near latitude 43.8 in the north, longitude 57.8 in the west. Post-tropical cyclone is moving toward the northeast near 21 miles an hour, and this motion is expected to continue for tomorrow. Back to the state winds near 45 miles an hour, 75 kilometers higher gust. Weekend ends up expected overnight with dissipation forecast to occur on Wednesday. Tropical force winds extend upwards up to 80 miles an hour, 130 kilometers above the center. The estimated central pressure is 1,004 millibars to 29.65 inches here. And we got the latest on Hurricane Dolores here. 18.2 in the north, 109.22 west. Back to the same wind, 105 miles an hour movement. West-northwest wind, 7 miles an hour here. And the latest public advisory on Hurricane Dolores here. Dolores strength likely to become a major hurricane on Wednesday here at 9 p.m. Pacific time. The center of Hurricane Dolores was located near latitude 18.2 to the north, longitude 109.2 to the west. Dolores is moving towards the west-northwest near 7 miles an hour. And this general motion is expected to continue for the next couple of days at the forecast track. The center of the loss should pass near Socorro Island on Wednesday. Satellite images indicate that the maximum sustained winds have increased to near 105 miles an hour, with higher gusts and additional strength for this forecast, and the loss is expected to become a major hurricane on Wednesday here. Hurricane force winds extended upwards up to 25 miles an hour from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend upwards up to 135 miles an hour, 28 kilometers an hour here. That same minimum central pressure is 970 millibars at 28.65 inches here. Surf swells generated by Dolores are affected portions of the coast of southwestern Mexico and are expected to begin affecting the southern coast of the Baja California Peninsula on Wednesday. These swells could cause slight threatening surf and whip current conditions here. And the latest on Enrique here. Settle location 18.7 and up, 131.2 to the west. Max sustained winds 50 miles an hour. Movement west-northwest winds 90 miles an hour here. Alright. Public advisory here. Enrique maintaining 50 miles an hour, but expected to weaken soon. There are no coastal watches warning in effect at 8 p.m. Pacific time. The center low tropical storm Enrique was located near latitude 18.7 in the north, longitude 131.2 to the west, and Enrique is moving toward the west-northwest 9 miles an hour. And this motion is expected to continue during the next 48 hours. The maximum sustained winds will remain near 50 miles an hour with higher gusts. Gradual weakening is expected during the next couple of days, and tropical storm force winds extend outwards up to 80 miles an hour, 130 kilometers per hour, and that's minimum central pressure is 1,000 millibars of 29.53 inches here. All right, let's take a look at some weather notes here on this Tuesday night here. Water temperature 68 degrees, expected to be a humid day tomorrow here. A tropical field to the mass tomorrow here. And downpours will be possible to be the hit or miss shots. Some of you may get it, some may not. And after that will be rough pressure on Thursday. I expect a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. And 77 and 83 degrees will be temperature for Boston and points north and west. 79 and 85 degrees for southeast Massachusetts and Cape Downs here. And look at a forecast discussion here. A cold front will bring a period of more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity with they will localize heavy rainfall possible. Canadian high pressure provides dry and slightly cooler than normal Thursday and Friday and warmer weather is likely next week. Given all risk of scattered thunderstorms later weekend and continuing in the next week and near term until 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. Near 10:05 p.m. update. Despite weak force and a very moist atmosphere and subtotal lift was line for isolated widely scattered showers and even isolated thunderstorms continue across the region this evening, and one cluster of showers will move out the permanent metro area within brief heavy rain in the next 30 to 60 minutes. So, in addition, a cluster of some showers and thunderstorms have developed south of the islands. Here, much of your 9 hours remain dry with a given location with limited force and average. Noted by previous forecasts that there is enough weak lift and moist atmosphere to result in isolated showers, perhaps even a thunderstorm or two, well in the lower 9 hours, and therefore, while most of the night will be dry in a given location, will still include low population for brief isolated showers. Here, as for fog potential, still low cover this forecast. Given winds become lighter variable across much of the region and do expect to see some fog. And however, areas of low and mid-level candidates will likely prevent widespread fog. However, few isolated pockets of patchy dense fog are certainly possible here. Low temperatures mainly mean upper 60s near 70 degrees of clouds tonight, to put an air in place. So it will remain muggy overnight, especially south of the Mass Pike here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this here for tonight. And you coming out of tonight, we're going to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Patchy fog after 11 p.m. west. Most of the clouds got lower than 6 to 9 degrees southwest with about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Anticipation 30%. New rain for miles with less than 10 minutes. Check the higher amounts possible thunderstorms here. Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms likely mainly between noon and 2 p.m. Then showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 2 p.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Patchy fog before 10 a.m. west. Cloud skies have about 81 degrees calm with anticipation 30%. New rain for miles between a quarter and half an inch possible. Wednesday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly before midnight. Patchy fog after 3 a.m. west. Cloud skies are gradually becoming cloud skies low at 60 degrees and north at about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Anticipation 40%. New rain for miles between the 10 to 20 inch. Check the high amounts possible thunderstorms here. Thursday, sunny skies about 78 degrees and north at about 7 to 10 miles per hour. Gust is 26 miles an hour here. Thursday, most of the coast skies about 55 degrees east with about 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming commonly near. Friday, steady podcast skies about 78 to about 58 degrees. Saturday, most steady both skies got about 81 to about 63 degrees. And Sunday, part steady both skies got about 82 to about 65 degrees. And for Monday, chance of showers, part steady most skies got about 83 to about 65 degrees. Chance of 30%. And for Tuesday, chance of showers, most skies got high about 83 degrees. Chance of 40%. Peter, with a phrase of the night. A sultry and wet Wednesday in store. Pierre telling news time is now 11:21 here on this late Tuesday night. Here, take a look at the sports report here on this late Tuesday night here. In the bottom of 6 in Cincinnati in the 2015 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, it's the All-American League leading the National League 6-2 and 1-8. In Las Vegas, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said on Tuesday that while DeAndre Jordan's saga was not a great look for the league, there are no plans to adjust the 9-day free agent moratorium period during which the players are permitted to negotiate. It could be baseball's most drastic schedule change in more than half a century. It would assure that no one would ever break Barry Bonds' single-season record of 73 home runs, as Major League Baseball will be trying to revert back to a 154-game schedule. The Buffalo Bills announced on Tuesday that they have replaced offensive line coach Aaron Coleman on paid administration leave in the wake of his arrest early Sunday morning following an allegedly violent Saturday night confrontation with 3 boys. Hoover, Alabama, college football's offensive revolution has changed quite a bit about what constitutes defensive greatness, and nobody knows that makes more than the players who have to deal with more snaps, more formations, and fewer seconds to make decisions. Here, Kenny Walsh, the youngest member of the Walsh racing family, will retire from NASCAR after the Xfinity race on August 1st at the Iowa Speedway. There's 2 big contact stand-ups cooking in the NFL hot stove right now, with Des Bryant versus Cowboys and Marius Thomas. Washington Nationals right fielder Bryce Harper went 0-3 in Tuesday's All-Star game, and Harper had started the last 2 All-Star games and that period in the last 3. South Carolina coach Steve Spurrier kicked off Tuesday's activities at the 2015 SEC Media Days in Hoover, Alabama, with some serious comments discussed the removal of the Confederate battle flag and the Gamecocks' domestic violence policy. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has withdrawn all conditions and a release of Fort Austin Nichols after reviewing his appeal to transfer. The All-Star game is a time when all the baseball's best players come together on the field and share the mutual admiration of each other. As Philadelphia Phillies closer Jonathan Papelbon uses his All-Star appearance as a platform that they could desire to be traded to a contender, what does general manager Ruben Amaro Jr. Some thought the Boston Bruins drafted wide wingers Zachary Senshin too soon when they selected him 15th overall in the last month's first round. Las Vegas, David Blatt learned plenty in his first season as a coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Most notably, it's tougher to prepare for the NBA than he expected. Texas A&M bound quarterback Kyler Murphy from Allen High School in Texas was selected the Gatorade Male Athlete of the Year during an announcement on Tuesday night in Los Angeles. In Salt Lake City, Utah, the Utah Jazz announced today the team has signed center Tibor Ples to a multi-year contract per team policy. Financial terms are not released. The final deadline in NFL's offseason will pass Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, as the last Jazz players bearing a franchise tag to sign a multi-year contract before next year. And that's going to be it for the Period Channel 11 o'clock news in this Tuesday night, July 14, 2015. I'm Peter. Hope you have a good night, and see you tomorrow morning with a more important. Good night.